That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about episode 2 of 9 Perfect Strangers, titled The Critical Path, directed by Jonathan Levine and airing on Hulu August 18th, 2021.
It just now occurred to me that the title is reminding me of that show with Bronson Pinchot, Perfect Strangers.
Oh yeah, Belky and Larry.
Yeah. Oh, memories. Mm-hmm. Okay, so episode 1 ended with all of the strangers meeting and Zoe being triggered because Masha sort of pressuring her about loss and grief relating to her dead twin brother. So episode 2 starts with Zoe's dad finding
well, Melissa McCarthy goes and chases after her.
Right.
Which is kind of unbelievable because she's right behind her. And then there's kind of an altercation with...
Right, because we see her running for a while. And, Melissa McCarthy doesn't look like she's like a track and field runner.
But
so.
she collapses on these stairs, and then all of a sudden there's Melissa McCarthy. Like, are you okay?
Like, no, is Melissa okay? She ran away. But anyway, Melissa shows up, and then Zoe's parents show up and confront her. And that's when she says, like, our family's so fucked up. Like, y'all want to act like... you want to act like everything's okay. Clearly you're miserable. Dad's pretending he's happy. Like, you're the ones who are messed up, not me. Okay. Episode 2 is basically like we delve in a little bit further with all 9 strangers and their issues.
We do, but don't. It's like we get a lot of interactions that stress some of the connections or chemistry between a few of them.
But episode 2 doesn't seem like we're progressing in any way. Like, there's no through line.
Except that...
They do a group activity.
And we're meant to believe that this group in particular, compared to past groups, is kind of a hothouse of tension.
Well, we didn't the title of this episode is The Critical Path.
I said that.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Sorry. So The Critical Path is referring to the group. They make their way to an area where they all have to basically dig their own graves. Mm-hmm. So that's sort of the one sort of through line that all of the characters experience together. Mm-hmm. And then they do it. Masha has all of them get into their graves, and then the staff throw dirt on them, not to bury them, but just to symbolically. And then she describes how they're going to be reborn at the end of the 10 days. Mm-hmm. So episode 2,
and then she just kind of runs.
And then she just scurries away. Episode 2 is day 2, mm-hmm. But that's basically it. I mean,
They breakfast together. We learned that Jessica Samara Weaving is a big fan of Melissa McCarthy's, has read her books, and there's some banter exchange there.
We get another moment where a character recognizes Tony, Bobby Cannavale's character, mm-hmm. As someone who's notable, but he's downplaying it.
And then Melissa McCarthy has another little face-off with Bobby Cannavale in the pool.
Which was kind of funny because they have a lot of tension, and Melissa McCarthy's character has fallen asleep in the pool, but she's floating, being supported by the noodles. Mm-hmm. And she, her mouth is wide open, snoring, and Tony is, on the side of the pool eating grapes. So he throws a grape, trying to make it into her mouth, and he does, and she chokes. It was funny until she wouldn't let go as to how she was choking. Mm-hmm. I thought that was so stupid. Bitch, you fell asleep in a pool. You're floating in water asleep. You choke. Someone jumps in to help you, and she wants to find out how did she choke. That seems so unrealistic. Probably because you got water in your mouth, girl. But then she's trying to search, and then she sees a grape in the pool, mm-hmm. And then I just thought that was so weird.
But the ice breaks between them, and that's actually where we get the backstory about her being catfished.
Right. Oh, that's right. So we also see Masha get a text message.
She's jogging, and the music that's playing to her jogging is from Carnival of the Animals by Camille de Saint-Saëns, which is the piece of music that plays before every premiere at Cannes. Which I thought was interesting. But yeah, she gets a text message that says...
Congratulations, it's your last week on Earth. Mm-hmm. And she seems concerned because she relays that to her one staff member. We also get a scene in a pool with Masha and the male staff member. What's his name?
Yao.
What?
Yao.
Oh, I thought you were saying yeah.
Y-A-O. Yeah, Yao.
Yeah, okay, but what's his name? Where it's intimated that they have a romantic or sexual relationship because another staff member, a black woman,
Delilah, I believe, played by Tiffany Boone from A Midnight Sky by George Clooney.
It seems like her and Yao have a thing because Yao tells Masha, like, hey, old girl's, not happy about this. I think she suspects something. And Masha's like, well, she better get used to it, as she caresses his leg. Also, we see Masha getting flashbacks, like a lot of flashbacks of her from when, like, she was shot.
A CEO.
And, like, yeah, as a CEO. And then we get flashbacks of her as, like, a young girl. And is she doing ballet?
Yeah, there are a lot of juxtapositions with the child Masha and adult Masha.
I thought, again, the most captivating part of the series so far to me is watching Nicole Kidman on screen. Mm-hmm. When she's in the pool, like after she's kind of caressing Yao and she kind of like sinks back into the water and like draws back, and I thought she looked like an albino crocodile.
Oh my god.
I thought it actually looked really cool.
I was reminded of the sequence in Aquaman where we first meet her as Aquaman's mom and she's got that shark fin on her back. I would love a t-shirt of that.
But yeah, episode 2 is pretty remarkable. It ends at the end of day 2 because at that point, Masha's met with Samara Weaving's character and they've had a heart-to-heart, and that's when she expresses like the real reason I'm here is because I'm like worried that my husband's over me. But Melissa McCarthy's character approaches Masha and does Bobby Cannavale's character saying like they don't want to be here. And she convinces them to stay another day. So at the end of day 2, which is the end of the episode, she goes to her staff and says, hey, we need to execute this plan B now. And the staff is like, but it's only day 2. Like they make it seem like it's like like this thing that they're about to do, they normally do later on in the 10-day retreat. And she's like, well, we're not going to have a day 3 if you don't do this now. So, and she says like we can't let anyone like leave. So of course it's like, well, what the hell is the plan? End of episode.
It felt a bit kind of like a filler episode though in a lot of ways, where I think we could have more efficiently clipped through a lot of this information. However, the best scene thus far is the exchange between Nicole Kidman and Samara Weaving.
Yeah, I still after episode 2, I still like Samara Weaving's character the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. See you later.
Bye.